Hey, we have our special guest, Jeffrey Wands, joins us back again. Good morning. His book is Another Door Opens, and you can meet him Sunday at the Borders on University in Coral Springs. We always invite you along. It seems like when you're here, Jeffrey, there's a lot of turmoil in the world that we need you to straighten out for us.
Well, of course, but I didn't arrange it, believe me.
Well, no, you're just interpreting what's going on around you. Okay, first thing, big question on everybody's minds, the economy. When are we going to see a turnaround?
You know what, I have a really good feeling towards the summer, so I think that actually from about June on, things will start getting better.
Let me give you, I'm not a psychic, but let me give you my thing. We were, with the plane that landed on the Hudson, I thought that was, for me, emotionally, was a turning point for the country. And I felt like things are starting to come around and they're going to look better. That's how I feel. And it seems like,
I definitely think the second part of the year is going to be much better.
Oh, well, that's good news.
I mean, especially the housing stuff, you'll start to see the housing things start to turn around in May.
Actually, there's a report that just came out that, like, last month, housing sales are now up by 24% here in Florida because there's some deals to be had, and new numbers are out a little bit later today. So we're starting to see little trends and bargains to be had.
Absolutely.
So a little
now you can get your mansion on the water.
Oh, really? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to, but I think we're going to be staying in Plantation. Okay, speaking of the end of the year, actually starts kicking off June 1st. We always ask you about hurricane season.
Actually, I think you guys will have a real big bump in August, but beyond that, I think it's one major one, and I think you skirt it. So.
Oh, wow. God love you, Jeffrey. You can come in with good news like this every single time.
But I do think the weather patterns for the whole country is going to be really, really bad this year.
Really?
Yeah, and I actually had a dream 4 nights ago about a hurricane in Los Angeles.
How weird. Wow.
That would be rare.
Yeah, it would be extremely rare. So.
Write that down.
But they have, they'll go from like beautiful to like real violent weather, and with thunderstorms, obviously earthquakes.
And if this occurs, I'm going to be, I mean, I don't wish any ill on anyone, but if this occurs, I'm going to be very, very impressed that you predicted that.
Well,
that's
especially
rare.
I'm on your show, so.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you always do a nice job. I mean, we keep tabs on all of your predictions, and you're pretty spot on.
Now, do you just, do things just come to you, or do you have to focus in on, let's say, hurricane season and then make a decision? In other words, are there any things that you are feeling that we haven't asked you about that might be out there?
Well, I think that you're going to have a better sports year down here. So,
yay!
Which is good. So, I mean, I did tell you last time when I was here that the Dolphins would do well. Which
you
they
did.
Sure. That's because you have our, ex-quarterback from New York, so.
Oh, okay. So you had a little your personal
no, I'm just teasing,
spin there.
I actually think the Heat, not so much this year, but next year, they're going to really have a great year next year.
How about the Marlins?
They'll surprise, but I see them taking a step backwards this year, so it should be interesting.
And the Panthers?
Keep praying.
Okay, and finally the Finns. Another good year.
Yeah, very good year. And it's interesting. I had this horrible dream about another plane crash.
Oh yeah.
But I think that it's going to have something to do with somebody in the music industry. So I think it's going to be somebody big that ends up, dying towards the summer.
Oh wow.
So it might be a group, but I saw 3 major people. This is going to be a weird year because all of a sudden you're going to hit a streak in the later part of June where a lot of famous people die. So you're gonna go through you're gonna go through 3 or 4 major people.
Ooh, that's something else. Wow. So June, celebrities.
Exactly.
Not a good month for celebrities.
No, a horrible month.
Okay, how's it looking for Joe J over here? You got anything to say to this man?
He's got to write. Every time I see you, you're going to do more writing. I mean, I really actually get a feeling that someday you're going to do something with a screenplay.
I actually have a book of where I keep 30 of them. Just ideas for them. So
well, you gotta,
I gotta cultivate them.
Exactly.
And get out there and make them happen.
No, I'm telling you, because I always get that sense with you, unless it's a sitcom, but it's gonna be something big.
Wow, that's nice to know.
What's the deal?
What is the deal with that sitcom?
Which is a good thing. He would be really good.
25. Thank you so much, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, always a pleasure.